Let's try yes or no questions. How are you with warrantless NSA domestic spying?
Terrible. No, can't do it.
Nice.
Border fence, yes or no?
The right kind of fence, yes.
What does the right kind of fence mean?
The right kind of fence means what has worked in the past, like in Yuma County, Arizona, a double fence with an asphalt so you can get rapidly to point to point.
Okay.
And the Border Patrol road in
Border
between.
Patrol.
Yeah.
And you
look at the fences that are in Israel.
Right.
I mean, those
Oh my
work.
gosh.
Those work
right,
really
I've
well.
seen those.
And
Can I tell you something? As a journalist, I went to one of their border fence. I got out. They're all raked.
Right.
The sand's all raked. I got out, and the guy said, "You don't want to do that." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna." By the time I finished arguing with him, the Border Patrol was on me saying, "What are you doing here, sir?"
Right.
I mean, it can work.
It can, and you have to prosecute first-time offenders. You can't catch and release.
Find companies who hire illegals.
Absolutely.
Deport illegals.
If they qualify as illegals, I would give people the ability to register in a certain period of time, and if they have pristine records and they're willing to work as guest workers under the circumstances that we provide, they could stay, but they don't become citizens and they don't vote.
English, some of these questions are a little from 5 years ago or 8 years ago. English need to be the country's official language?
Of course.
Do you continue the war on drugs?
Absolutely.
You do?
I intensify it.
Let me ask you a question. It doesn't seem to be working now.
Yeah, well, go down to the border in Arizona like I was a few weeks ago. I mean, it's an open highway, and the federal government isn't doing anything to stop it.
Okay. Legalize marijuana.
I disagree with it.
Would troops, you've already answered this, would troops have gone into Iraq knowing what you know now?
No.
But you would send them back. You would send troops
because of the situation now.
Well, you wouldn't have the situation that you have now.
Right.
But now that we have
you
the
would
situation,
ground troops.
Oh, absolutely.
And an
we need a
overwhelming
stabilizing force,
or just
we need a stabilizing force.
which means
But right now, the longer you wait, the bigger the force has to be.
okay.
Are you kind of a guy that I happen to believe if you're going to fight war is kill the other side faster to take their breath away.
Right, you save lives that way.
Correct. So are you the kind of guy that goes in, hammers them, and then goes home? Or do you go in, you do what you have to do, and then stay there and rebuild them?
No, I think you get it over with quickly. I don't believe in politically correct war.
Okay. Keystone Oil Pipeline.
Absolutely.
Drill in Anwar.
Absolutely.
Drill off the coasts.
Absolutely.
Climate change. Is it real, man-made, and can we do anything about it?
Well, climate always changes. It's either going up or down. We do have a responsibility to take care of our environment. That's the real issue. We don't have to make it into a political war.
Would you have joined Agenda 2030?
No.
National standards for education.
Absolutely not. The closer education is to home, the better the education is.
Shut down the Department of Education.
I actually have something I would use the Department of Education to do.
Would it be pack boxes for the State Department? The IRS?
No, it would be to monitor our institutions of higher education for extreme political bias and deny federal funding if it exists.
Well, like that. Common Core, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Should the U.S. remain part of the United Nations?
I don't like the United Nations, and unless they change, I would not participate. I would defund them.